Hello, Guilo. Wait, why is this still on? Much better.
You might be wondering why you're here. Let me answer that with a question. Children. Do you like children? Shh. You don't have to say it. I know the truth. I saw you use the soft emoji once, you sick fuck. Because of that, I've decided to crawl out of my cave and talk about a show someone like you might enjoy. Now, some of the less cultural among you might be saying something along the lines of
Tween, this shit is some titty blood media. Be so for real. You're PMO right now. I'm honestly crying. Colon withered rose colon.
And to that I'll say, yes it is. It's also so much more than that, since this series transformed many viewers into crying, sobbing little bitches, and a younger, more impressionable me into a drooling retard. And because of that, I believe I'm qualified to show you why. This show is about a 30-year-old NEET who, after dying in an accident, is reborn in a new world. Here is where he decides to live his new life to its fullest, so that he can die without any regrets. Basically, this is the wish every anime viewer has had at some point. And while I know this sounds like the most basic, flavorless premise ever, I assure you this is nothing like other lesser isekai, since this is the series that popularized the genre. The little flood of gruel we've been getting these past few years are only a shadow of what makes this show great, which is the story. Originally, I was planning to talk in detail about every single episode. However, I realized they may have gone a bit too far, which basically made it unwatchable without including Subway Surfers and Family Guy funny moment compilations in the video. So I'll be doing a shorter, more concise overview instead. Mushoku Tensei Season 1 can be roughly divided into 6 arcs, all of them focusing on Rudy's growing as a person and overcoming the trauma from his past life, while simultaneously being the one character-shaped filter of the show, but more on that later. Arc 1 covers from episodes 1 to 4, introducing the setting together with our main character's family, and 2 of the girls from the main trio. Roxy, the witch with a big hat of the show, a character archetype that is mandated by Japanese law to be present in every fantasy series. She acts as Rudy's magic teacher. And Sylphie, our main character's childhood friend, and the living equivalent of vanilla ice cream. And while there's nothing wrong with vanilla, why would you ever pick it when there's other, more interesting flavors available? The arc ends after Rudius is forced to be a teacher so that he can pay for his and Sylphie's tuition fee at the Magic University. Arc 2 covers from episodes 5 to 8 and focuses on Rudius' new job as a magic teacher for a noble lady who happens to be the third and last girl from the main trio, Aries. Short-tempered and dangerously retarded, this tsundere creature desires nothing but to be an adventurer since she thinks it's cool. Basically, a surprisingly cute character. So, now you must be asking, what's the point in the 3 main girls being cute if the author will arbitrarily pick one based on whatever esoteric bullshit he'll come up with as an excuse? That's because this series managed to do the completely unthinkable, as an angel is sent from heaven and decided to enlighten Refugin, teaching him the forbidden knowledge of harems, a cursed storytelling technique so evil to the point that it's capable of sending readers into schizophrenic meltdowns. Refugin, despite fully knowing the danger behind it, decides to move forward and accept, motivated by the promise of killing. He shakes the angel's hand, power immediately flowing through his arm. However, power always comes with a price. The human body isn't built to endure such arcane knowledge, and as he feels his very being rejected, he tries to get away. But it is far too late. His face is now disfigured permanently, and due to this, he decides to wear a helmet and hide away his face forever. thanks to Refugion's brave sacrifice, Mushoku Tensei is one of the few stories where the main character doesn't act like a straight male. And this main character, after being presented with multiple semen teens thirsting for a bit of her seed, decides to marry them all and form a big, happy family. Now, back to the story, as we finally get to this scene that made a good number of people see red, all because of Rudy engaging in a little something I like to call trying before buying. A completely normal and understandable practice, since I know from personal experience there's nothing worse than getting scammed out of what you thought was a cute scenery, but in reality is a level 3 hand-woven auspicious energy bracelet instead. Moving on, we get to episode 8, or Turning Point 1, where everything changes due to our Cataclysm level event, which teleports Ares and Rudius to the Demon Continent, all the way over here. This means they'll have to travel all this if they want to get back to Vitor, which starts Arc 3. It follows them making their way through the Demon Continent, as they try to help out Bridget, a superb who is on a quest to restore his tribe's reputation. All this while our main character is constantly harassed by White Pepsi Man, who keeps giving him esoteric bullshit advice for his own amusement. And this is where we get one of the best scenes in the series, where Rudius meets the Empress of the Demons, who, after denying him the sweet nectar that is demon pussy, gives him a magic eye instead. Now, on Arc 4, after they finally made it across the ocean and into the Miller's continent, they get wrapped into a conspiracy involving the Beastmen, and so they have to spend some time in the village after saving them. Here, our party meets Geese, who belongs to a tribe of monkey-faced demons, also known as Sicilians. In Arc 5, they live together with Geese and make their way to Meletian, where Rudius reunites with a completely changed Paul, who reveals the true extent of the damage from the Mana Cataclysm. After having a fight with Rudius due to it, and then talking it out, he helps our party make their way into the Central Continent, where, after being transported into the Pepsi Man Dream Dimension once again, Rudius manages to save Asha and Lilia from a fat retard. And after all that, we finally get to Arc 6, where they finally arrive to Vitora and Regid parts ways with them. Here, we also find out Ares' family is gone, and that she may have to become a political tool. Then, Rudius and Ares share a night together, and he wakes up to her being gone, together with a short letter. Episode 22 ends with Rudius walking off, as he cries for the first time in the series. So, what happens next? Why did Ares leave, and what will happen to Rudius now? Why did you skip episode 21? When will I be able to leave? All of those are great questions, but I'm not telling you. If you want to find out, go watch the show, which you'll obviously do by using your subscription to a subpar streaming site with an awful translation. So please don't go and click the link in the pinned comment. Wink wink, nudge nudge. More shows to come? Maybe.